Look at these things, they're sweet. -12 offset, that's what we've been looking for. So this rig is gonna get a new little upgrade.
So in this picture you can see, this is my old set of tires and rims. These were 18 on 275 70. I wanted more tire and less rim, so I went down to a 17-inch, but with a 285 tire, and then a -12 on the rim. All right, so I just got this E-Milo, and basically has your negative and your positive coming in to the unit, and then this one is a 2-channel, so it can, there's a single channel and 2-channel. This is the little antenna, and then you've got one device negative and positive, another device negative and positive. You have the 2 keys here with A and B, and then also you have the app, which the little barcode there takes you to the app. To sync it, you push and hold the Wi-Fi for 3 seconds, and then it starts flashing blue.
All right, so right there, what I have to mount is the device now. I'm gonna mount it back there, but I wanna just test it out first. There's the pump. That pump goes to there, and then I coil it up and put it in there. Okay, so those lights can be done through this app right here. And if you hit one, it turns on one, and the other, it turns on the other, or you could do it through this remote. So the other thing I did is I put this little switch panel, and it's hard to see, right here. And what that does is remotely turn my inverter on. And then, let's see, that's for my USBs. That is, turns on all my USBs, 12-volt sockets, everything, and then also gives me that. And then the other one is the pump. And as you see the hose there, it's got pretty good. And it's just on demand. So the goal here is when I'm done, I just take the hose and put it in the little compartment. Oh, didn't coil it, perfect. That's all right, and there it is. So right there you can see my smart charger by Victron. So I just plug it in, and then it keeps my battery maintained. As you notice on the bottom, I got the plate, I got the TRD front, and I went with the Alpharex LED series. These are the ones with the built-in LED, not the change-out bulbs. And then we did the pros. We also did the TRD hood. I did get the original hood from Toyota, and then I had that custom painted. Obviously the ARB awning, that's the one with the built-in LED strip. 2-way radio system with the walkie-talkie, so actually I've got it inside right now. The ICS dash mount, and then that's for my my phone holder there. I actually ended up doing this because I sometimes use the DJI Action Cam and sometimes use that. I also have a water tank with a 12-volt system. See the 4Runner light there. All right, so this is what we did back here. Bed platform. If you notice, there's that synthetic leather, you know, it's that vinyl, whatever it's called. And then these are ARB drawers. These are ARB drawers. I just got taken everything all out, and then you got a slider. You can put the cooktop or anything you want there. Okay, then you've got the Iceco cooler. And then I like this little insulation. Yep, so I got to put all the stuff back in there. I took everything out. And then you've got the OEM Pro speaker system, and under there you've got the lithium 100 amp battery. I'll show you that in a second. We go here, I've got an extra for water. How much storage I have under there. So I have quite a bit of storage. and that's where it meets right there. So it's quite a bit of room, and it goes all the way to the seats there. On each side I have one of these panels, and then if you notice in there, I don't know if you can see, let's see, you got a Renogy DC to DC charger, so that unit will charge my battery with the solar and the alternator. So solar, that manages the solar and alternator to go to both batteries. All right, so when you pull out the cooler, behind the cooler back there, you see the lithium 100 amp battery. So I have to put some dressing on that. It's just the two cables are running across. I've got my inverter up there, and then there is an 8-inch subwoofer that's actually made by OEM Audio Plus. I took out the subwoofer, so it's called the B-Box, and it's a little 8-inch subwoofer, and I mounted it there because the OEM Audio Plus was right there underneath this this setup build, and I really didn't want, I wanted one platform all the way across. Right now I have the seat up. Now I've pulled into some parking lots. I've gone up and down entrances, and when there is a dip and I completely turn the wheel, then I get a little bit of rub. Not very much, just enough to where you do hear a little bit. I think that's acceptable. I'm not going to deal with a chop. And some of you may ask, well, you know, did you raise it? Did you leave it stock? Yes, I used the Billstein 5100s up front with the middle section, the middle setting, which is 1.75, and then I did a 1-inch on the rear. That gave me a nice little poke out, so the offset created that. Now, as a result, as mentioned before, it did give me a little bit of rubbing. This is what we just did. Those are the, as mentioned, the fuel Shok D664. Those are in a 17 by, I believe, 8.5 or 9, I can't recall now, with a -12 offset. So it gives you a nice, if you notice that, how they stick out right there. There you go. For the inside, I use this DJI Action Osmo, and that's just a little magnet so that I can move it if need be, the little light for a backlight, and that's a little microphone right there, because obviously as you're driving down the road, you're gonna get a lot of noise, and that helps to be able to direct it. And this is my little phone mount, and all it is just a regular phone mount, and I can turn it, swivel it, and you guys know what that is. Let's see, obviously the USBs. Now I did do, I don't know if you can see down there, I ended up tapping off of the power here, and I have a full-time cable. Instead of having to have a cable hanging out here hanging, I have a USB-C that goes straight into my DJI that's always being charged. I just didn't want to deal with another cable, and this way it's right up there. On the back you see the Black Series. These are called, I think, Eagle something, I can't remember. They've got the LED lights. They look really nice, and I like that blackout feature. These are the Black Series. And then of course I've got the little 4Runner light. That's just a an overlay that goes right on top of the factory light. It looks nice when you brake. It just says 4Runner. I was surprised how bright it is. On the top you may see that's the Prinsu rack. So you can see there, and this is the one with the no light bar option. I did not want to do the light bar because those SS Pros are really bright. So I'm very happy with those. The fog lights are wired both ways. They're wired through here, but they're also wired through there. And then I also have where I can turn on my rear lights. There you go. With a switch here, or the app, or the remote control. Got my beer. And let's see, the Prinsu up there, I think I did do a full tint, so the front windshield's tinted. I did the visor so I can leave the cracked, and then on the inside I did the mats there. These are, I actually had WeatherTechs first, but I prefer these. These are called Oedros because they cover all the way over. It keeps it really nice. I actually prefer those a lot. Ended up having a guy who made stickers, and I like the way that came out. 4Runner on the dashboard there. This is my SPRK camp stove. It runs off of these little models. These are a little hard to get, so I may go with another. I may go with something else. I'm not quite sure of that. So, and then over here I keep my biking stuff. Got a little motion light that I just put in, so when you open it, it'll brighten up there. On the top we have an ARB awning, and that one's got the LED light, which is nice. You come up there and it's got a hookup at the top, so you don't have to run another power. There's my solar panel there, 100 watt. But we have the bike rack there, so I can put my bike up here. And I also have another bike rack, but here's what the wheels look like now.